So today I am demoing the Atomic 100 Bent. I guess it's not called the Bent Chetler anymore, just the Bent. And I paid for the demo, so this is a totally unbiased review. I kind of hate these skis. Now, they're not terrible. It's not like they're doing anything weird. You can load up the ski and, it will turn. Especially I went through the woods, into Paradise, into whatever's left of the powder up here today. But I would say I'm on a 188, and these are too long. They don't fit between the trees, and then they give you too much speed on some of these turns. They kind of suck in the trees. They're okay in the powder. They're kind of, flirty and lifty, and they're pretty good in the powder. But man, carving, these things feel like wet noodles. They suck. I don't like these skis. Now that being said, I like them more than some of like the Elans and other things I've tried. A lot of twin tips. They're not terrible skis, but they're nowhere near as good as what kind of some of the online reviews have said and what people have said. And even the local shop, the 188 in stock. I was really hoping for like a 178 or something, and maybe I would have enjoyed that more. But man, it just feels like being on a couple of logs. Like there's, you load into the ski and it doesn't spring you out of it. The only place I'm really having fun with them are on the big Super G hill where it's fresh corduroy. But honestly, at that point, you could take, your mom's ironing board and strap them to your ski boots, and that would still be fun too. So, man, I am really disappointed. I think that maybe most people aren't carving. This is for somebody who's just gonna pal around in the powder. But man, who's doing just that? Who only has powder? I don't know. And even then, I'd rather be on Advantage or something else. Even my Stokelys I like better than this, and it doesn't fit sitting in my garage. So yeah, very disappointed in these skis. So I'm gonna take a few more runs on these. They're not bad. I've definitely skied on much worse skis, and they feel pretty well designed in the cut and kind of, how they're floating. They're not a bad design, but I don't think there's any excuse for how badly they ski on the groomers. Nowhere in the world now gets powder every single day. So for me, right now, I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. Maybe it'll be different later, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it kind of makes sense. For years, Atomic's had the Vantage. They've had all these other lines. And the way that they market it, it kind of makes it sound like the Bent Chetler could replace everything. It's what everybody recommends. It's such a great ski. I would say there's a reason Atomic doesn't get rid of their other skis. These skis are probably pretty fun. Maybe somebody who doesn't really load up the ski, somebody who, you're the kind of person who's hot dogging, got their feet close together, and they're just having fun. I can see these being pretty fun for that. They just don't have a lot of life to them. I feel like I'm maxing them out really early in the turn. So Atomic probably realizes this isn't going to replace the rest of their skis, and I get it now. I wish I had demoed a pair of Mavericks so I could try those out as well, just for like a day-to-day contrast. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I think these retail for like, let's say $600 or $700 without bindings. I almost want to say that it was going to be somewhere between $800 or $900 with bindings, which is crazy, I think. But yeah, if you're gonna buy these, that's fine. Some people seem to really like them. I would at least try them. I almost got really impulsive and just bought a pair of these without trying them. And boy, I'm really glad I did, because these are not for me. Man, you gotta really crank on these things, and then they just kind of bottom out. So I know that there's a lot of hype. They're really beautiful, but my biggest recommendation would be at least try them. Now I had to put my Vantages back on, almost like a palate cleanser. Because man, these are way more fun. Lighter, carve way better, more spring out of the turns. Whoever designed these, they did a good job. I like my Vantages a lot more